Pittsburgh game week, final regular season week continues. Brian Higgins, Mikel Jones, and it is the regular season finale. Mikel, what's the feeling like going into this week because of that?
It's a lot of emotions. Last game, we definitely need like one more game to win. So that's on a lot of people's heads. And we got the seniors leaving, the super seniors leaving. They've been here for a long time. They've been here since I've been here, and it felt like they were seniors when I first got here. So it's definitely sad seeing those guys go, but definitely want to lay it all out on the line for those guys.
And you've been here for a minute already, so that tells you how long some of those guys have been here. Is Senior Day hitting different this year than last year? I mean, last season was so wacky, and you know the whole thing, and you couldn't do any of the normal end of the season stuff. And now with those guys that have been here 6 years, does it hit different to the team this time around?
Yeah, I think it will. Like you said, we couldn't do a lot of events last year and stuff, so us just going through the events, having like a banquet and all that stuff, is definitely gonna hit different.
And it won't be for you really the senior walk after the game, but that's a cool thing that Dino started a few years back. To have fans there to participate in that year, this year, what does that mean to the team?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Like just everybody last game their last game in the dome, and just getting one last feel, like one last love from the Cuse Nation.
And the hope is it's not their last game because you guys want to win this week and get yourselves into bowl position. How much have you talked about that this week, or is it you're trying to set that aside and say it is Pittsburgh? What's the balance between the two?
Definitely not the last game. Probably the last game in the dome, but we definitely trying to get one more for the seniors. Try to extend their season and just get us started up. I haven't been to a bowl game yet here.
And it's got to be a driving factor, right, for the whole team, right, to keep the season going here.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, for you personally, going back 2 weeks ago, the Louisville game, you could see it on your face how distraught you were when you got that targeting call. How much did you put that energy into last week's game?
A lot. I think it showed. I think it showed a lot because when my body was feeling good, I didn't play that much, and it was just like having that feeling, the game being taken away from you. It just makes you want to go harder every play you get because you never know which one can be your last for whatever reason.
How tough was that call too? Because I think a letter of the law, the rule was probably correct, but you weren't out there trying to do anything that you weren't supposed to do. You weren't headhunting. You weren't doing that stuff. How tough is that on you linebackers where it is hard to figure out the line right when you're legitimately sprinting full speed?
It's super tough and sometimes unfair because any football player knows a ball carrier, the first thing they do when they see it hit, they drop their shoulder and their head. So it's like we don't drop our heads, but you definitely got to protect yourself. You don't just want to catch a helmet under the chin. You'll catch their crown under the chin. They won't get called, but it's just tough.
For you, I imagine, too, the toughest part was not being able to play and not being able to be out there on the field with the guys. How hard was that part of it to go through for you?
It was hard. Especially, I love those guys. I love the defense. And I haven't missed a game since the 7th grade year of middle school. So just not being able to play, especially play with those guys, seeing that we needed some help, it was tough.
Well, that is a very long time to go back to 7th grade. And, hey, you got back in it last week and had one of, statistically anyway, your better games of the year. And I know a guy you've watched a lot, and we've talked about this, is Likeaire Franklin. And in many ways, he's had a similar type of college career to you, and having a pro career I'm sure you'd like to emulate. He's gone block kick and a pick here in the last few weeks.
Yes.
How fun is that for you to watch? I see your eyes are lighting up.
Yeah, that's nice. It's always good to see dudes who came through here and went through the same process go and be successful on the next level.
How much does that help drive you, too? Because you say you're following in his footsteps. When you see a guy like that be successful, it's got to make you think, too, you're on the right path.
Yeah, just stay down and keep going. That's the type of dude he is. He stay down and he just work hard.
All right, we have Sean Tucker in here all the time, and we've seen his season. I watched you next to him on the sideline with the Boston College game when he hit the 200. It was up on the scoreboard. You were kind of pointing it out to him and celebrating. Yeah. How exciting is it for the defensive guys to see what he's doing this year?
It's exciting because this is a dude like last season, before the season, he was probably like 4th, 5th string. So his chance, like nobody knew he was that good because we didn't see him in practice, and then we started seeing him in practice more. And it's like, yo, this kid is really good. And like we was the first defense to see it. And I'm just happy that the whole world get to see it now.
I'd imagine after practice, right, it's no surprise the other guys can't tackle him, right?
Yeah, yeah, we'll look at it and we'll be like, yeah, that's the stuff you do in practice.
And, hey, he's going to keep doing it around here this week against Pittsburgh. This is a really good Pitt team coming in. They've already won their side of the league, won the Coastal Division. Their offense is putting up crazy numbers. What do you see when you look at this team, Mikel?
I see a team that work hard together. They seem like well bonded, good quarterback-receiver relationship.
How much does that put a strain on your defense this week? Because Kenny Pickett's he's been slinging it all over the lot here this season.
I feel like it's going to come down to us just being like fundamentally sound in our defense and just focusing on details and not making mistakes. Because if we make mistakes, he's a quarterback that's going to make us pay for them.
All right, Mikel, last thing. Last game in the Dome this year. What do you look forward to about being just in the Dome here this week?
Packed dome. Definitely a packed dome. Loud house, as loud as it can get. Just sending seniors out the last game in the Dome the right way.
All right, Mikel, enjoy it this week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
That's Mikel Jones. We'll see him out there. It is spotted linebacker in the Dome against Pitt on Saturday night.